Hi, I'm Annie Zog, and I'd like to introduce you to my fourth great-grandmother, Anna Maria Hulet Perry. Anna was born on December 11th, 1817 in Nelson, Portage County, Ohio. Her father is Charles Hulet and her mother is Margaret Noah. Missionaries for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints were in Portage County, Ohio soon after it was organized. They used Charles and Margaret Hulet's home to share their message with people in the area. Early in 1831, the Hulets, including 13-year-old Anna, were baptized by Parley P. Pratt. The following year, the Hulet family moved to Jackson County, Missouri, to join with members of the church, but they were soon facing violent persecutions from the original settlers. Charles Hulet had to hide in a bundle of corn that was set up for drying to avoid the mob. Anna took food to him on her way to milk the cows. In November 1833, the Hulets, along with many other families, were driven from their homes. They camped in the winter in Van Buren County, and then in February went back to their home. They encountered more violence and left after about 6 weeks. They moved several times due to persecution, living in Clay County, far west, in Caldwell County, and then Lima, Illinois. In the spring of 1840, the Hulets moved to Nauvoo. In 1844, Anna married Stephen Perry. His first wife and baby had died the year before. In January of 1846, Anna and Stephen received their endowments in the Nauvoo Temple. Soon after, they were driven out of Illinois with members of the church. They crossed the Mississippi River with plans to head farther west. They had 3 children before leaving the Midwest. Their first, a little boy, was born and died in Nauvoo. They had 2 children born in Mount Pisgah, Iowa. In June of 1850, Stephen and Anna and their 2 children traveled by covered wagon over 1,000 miles to the Salt Lake Valley. Leaving at the same time were Anna's parents and her brothers and his family. The Hulets and Perrys were some of the first settlers in Springville, originally called Hobble Creek. Stephen was a farmer and chairmaker. Anna had 4 more children, all born in Springville. She labored long hours to make clothing, carpets, and other items for their family. This work included cording wool and spinning it into yarn, and weaving, knitting, and braiding. One of her granddaughters said she was a tall, thin lady with thin gray hair and a sad face, very quiet, but industrious and very neat about self and house. Her manner was very pleasant and helpful. In 1854, Stephen entered the practice of plural marriage with Margaret Stewart. Several years later, Stephen and Margaret separated and then divorced in 1863. Anna took care of their oldest daughter, Harriet, for a few years until she was 8 years old. Stephen married 2 more wives. Stephen served several missions, leaving Anna and the children in Springville. He was called to help settle southern Nevada and to preach the gospel in England and in the northern United States. In their later years, Anna and Stephen did a lot of temple work in St. George. Anna Maria Hulet Perry died on July 27, 1884, at the age of 66 in Springville. She lived a life of faith in the Lord with many trials and blessings.